San Francisco 49ers at the New Orleans Saints. A little Mac Jones versus Spencer Rattler action here. Niners favored by 3. Brock Purdy and the rest of the 49ers dealing with injuries. We tried to solve their problems yesterday. We gave them a little roadside assistance from Root Insurance yesterday. But Mac Jones will likely be getting the start here as Brock Purdy has multiple injuries.
Might miss 2 to 5 weeks.
In the 2 to 5 week range here, we're talking about Purdy. As you said, the frustration with the dude finished the game and then all of a sudden he's just not going to play for weeks.
Made the play to win the game and then is actually, by the way, might be out for 5 weeks.
J.J. McCarthy had one of those. Stafford had one of those. Like he finished a game and then the next day they were like, he's got a broken back.
Ty Chandler is on the Vikings questionable, injury list. The dude, remember the last thing anybody saw of Ty Chandler was him running the ball out of the end zone.
Yeah,
clever. Look at Ty Chandler there, knows what he's doing, well coached. And then it's like, oh, by the way, he might miss the week.
I called him Tyson yesterday by accident.
It's like, I don't understand that.
So Niners Saints. Thoughts on this game?
So on the one hand, I would be fascinated to see Mac Jones finally, united with Kyle Shanahan, the coach who, obviously coveted him at the top of the draft and then was allegedly talked out of the draft pick in favor of Trey Lance. I'd be really interested to see Shanahan and Mac Jones together if the full suite of San Francisco weaponry was in place. However, it's not, and it's very not. So Mac Jones with Christian McCaffrey and Ricky Pearsall, and maybe that's it, doesn't feel quite as exciting and kind of feels like it's almost setting him up to just have not a great game and us being like, oh, well, that was never going to go anywhere.
Yeah, I mean, look, if all the reports were true that Shanahan did like Mac Jones back in 2021, why is that?
Which, by the way, I still find unlikely as a concept that Shanahan was 100% sold on Mac Jones as the guy he wanted to give up 3 first-round picks for and then somehow was talked out of it and went in a different direction. That still seems to me preposterously unlikely.
I don't know, man. But if they were in on him, it would have been because the guy could run the offense, get rid of the ball quickly. We saw elements of that in Mac Jones' career. Below average arm strength, so if there's any sort of hesitation there, he puts the ball in harm's way. You're working with a fine line. I used to joke when Kellen Moore was trying to play, the Saints head coach right now. I would love to. I want to see a guy with a 7th grade arm play in the NFL. I want to see that. Because Kellen Moore was so good from an anticipation standpoint. He was so good at all these other things, accuracy, anticipation, but the arm was so below average. It's can this ever actually work? Kellen Moore has a 400-yard game in the NFL.
So it could work that much.
I think Mac has a better arm than Kellen Moore. But when you watch players play like that, they have to be so good at everything else. So I think Mac has to be so good at everything else to offset that. And once again, the Saints, I don't think they're one of the better teams in the league, but they look pretty good on the offensive line last week as far as pass protection goes. I think they handled the new front from Arizona better than expected. They've got a couple playmakers. They're not an awful roster week to week. It's just the totality of it. Again, I think we'll land with fewer wins than most teams in the league. Hey guys, real quick, only 40% of our viewers are actually subscribed, so let's change that. Hit that subscribe button, and now let's get back to the action.
Yeah, I mean, they were reasonably impressive week 1, certainly relative to expectations. But you are kind of reminded there are quite a lot of good players on that team still, even though they're expected to be, one of the worst teams in the NFL, maybe get the number 1 overall pick. I mean, the weaponry they have, albeit some guys coming back off injury and stuff, but Chris Olave and Rashid Shaheed and Juwan Johnson and Alvin Kamara and Chris Olave, and they traded for Devon Vele, Kendre Miller is there. It's a team with quite a lot to work with. Spencer Rattler showed in week 1 that he can play in the NFL. It's not a total write-off that he can be an improving player as things go if he gets enough time to do it. The defense, I think, has some concerns, and that's where a lot of the talent hemorrhaging has come in recent years. They've let a lot of guys go for cap savings reasons, and they haven't necessarily restocked that cupboard. But yeah, I think they'll actually be an interesting team to watch week on week, I think.
Niners run defense was interesting to me because, again, I was watching their entire defensive line, adding Mykel Williams, the rookie defensive tackles. I think man for man, they were okay, but as a scheme, they did a pretty good job of limiting explosive plays from Seattle. I think that Seattle only had a long run of 8. Alvin Kamara ran the ball pretty well last week. He had some plays. I'm watching San Francisco's defensive front again. I saw people talking about the late stemming on the defensive line, like late adjustments on the defensive line to mess up blocking schemes. Just something to keep an eye on. Where you use the phrase "smoke and mirrors" a lot for Brian Flores. It's kind of a run defense type of tactic here for a team like San Francisco that might have some questions in their defensive front, but also have great linebackers like Fred Warner. D. Winters have some speed to get to the ball. So just something to keep an eye on there. If they can make the Saints one-dimensional, you really don't want Rattler, dropping back 45, 50 times here.
Yeah, and San Francisco blitzed a lot more week one than Robert Saleh has typically done in the past, which might be an indication that he knows he doesn't have the horses that he used to have either in San Francisco or with the Jets. Like, he's going to need to do some more creative schematic stuff rather than just rely on 4 awesome guys up front.
And then just keep an eye on, I think, McCaffrey. And, with the old 49ers where, good luck covering everybody, good luck stopping the run game, good luck with everything. You've lost so many playmakers. Yeah, I think Pearsall can create some big plays. He is a downfield threat. He's not just a shifty slot receiver. He's a downfield threat. But McCaffrey's going to be the guy and continue to move him around and create mismatches, and probably going to see a ton of carries again until the calves fall off.
Those calves fall off.
To whatever.
I mean, it's kind of ironic that right now everybody except McCaffrey is injured, basically. And he was the one guy that was like a massive injury concern coming into the season. So, yeah, I mean, dude, imagine if he goes down in this game, like what are they left with? Ricky Pearsall running the offense.
Yes. All right, man. Niners by 3. Where are you going?
Where am I going? Am I believing in?
I took the Saints.
Yeah, so did I as well to cover this.
At home, as underdogs, Mac Jones with the injury-riddled 49ers offense. I don't love the Saints as a team, but I'll take them to cover this one. Keep it close.
Yeah, same.
Keep it close enough.
Thanks for watching all the way to the end of the video.
Check the Mic is live every Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday, so be sure to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss a thing.
And the all-knowing algorithm is convinced you'll also like these videos, and who are we to argue?